Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie, and this is KRCompares.
You did that on purpose.
I did.
Right on.
So what are we doing today?
I don't know. What are we doing today?
Taking a sip.
We
are going to be comparing 3 popular cinnamon roll, refrigerated tube cinnamon roll brands.
We rated the cinnamon roll section of our local Ralph's, and we found 3. There's probably more cinnamon roll companies out there.
No, there are. I know, I think the company is called Rhodes. I don't know if they're frozen.
Rhodes? Oh, is it one?
Yeah, they're in a bag, and I think they may be frozen. I've never tried them, but
so,
I didn't see those.
Up on the chopping block, we have the Grand Cinnamon Rolls from Pillsbury with some kind of collaboration with Cinnabon. We have the Annie's, and because apparently we're just going to give them a try.
We're a glutton for punishment.
We've got the Kroger. I'm sure there's others. There's Rhodes. There's probably something like a proper Cinnabon. Also, I bet Trader Joe's has a version of their own.
Probably.
This is what we've got. We can always revisit these later. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. So, how are we cooking these? Because they all require about 350 degrees. Or actually, I think they all do.
They all do, but they all have different baking times.
Anything from 16 to 23 minutes, depending on which one you're looking at.
Which makes me think, are they going to be vastly different in size, or
we're not, I don't know. So our plan right now is we've got 4 or 3 identical baking dishes. We're going to put each one in one respective dish to keep them kind of separate, see how they cook on the same rack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to cook them until they're appropriately done. So while it might say, the time frame is 16 to 21 minutes, and then 18 to 23, and then 14 to 17, whatever.
Yeah.
So we're going to just keep those in mind, and we're going to just test them as we go along. So if they end up being more or less, we're going to just do the taste to give them at least the best chance of not burning and still being fluffy and delicious. So ranking these on, how they look, how they smell, possibly the icing. I feel like that's going to be important.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this one, the Kroger, is a buttercream icing, and then the Cinnabon will be a cream cheese kind of frosting.
This is as close as we could get to having equal, because we do try to keep them as equal as possible.
But
it's not always possible.
I mean, to be fair, these were all seriously right next to each other, so I think
that's close enough. All right, so
this one just says icing, which makes me think it may just be a confection or sugar, general icing,
So since we're going to tear these open and we're not going to have access to the nutrition facts, 210 per half roll for calories.
Who eats half a roll?
One roll is 320, so this is probably better right off the gate, but who knows about the size of these as well. And we've got 320 per one roll. So this right off the bat seems, out the gate sounds worse for you. 16 grams of sugar.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, carbs are crazy. 30, 53 grams, 24 grams. We're looking at 22 grams. First ingredients, enriched bleached flour, sugar, palm and soybean oil, flour, sugar, water, vegetable oil. And we've got, on the Annie's, organic wheat flour, organic cane sugar, interesting second ingredient, water, organic palm oil, baking powder.
Okay.
Organic expeller pressed sunflower oil, whatever the hell that means. We've all seen these brands. Katie?
Yes?
Would you like to tell us about any of these?
Any of these?
Kroger probably has no identifying marker. Okay, so Kroger doesn't have much to learn about the company.
Okay, so we have several videos where we've tried various Annie's and Pillsbury products, so I'm not going to go into the whole, history.
Okay, so if they want to learn about Pillsbury, you have to go there. But if they want to learn about Annie's, then they have to go there.
Yes.
So we'll have 2 of those cards.
2 of those things.
Okay.
The important thing to know is that Pillsbury actually started the cinnamon roll in a tube thing since 1956. So we'll start that first. Annie's, I have no clue, but they started their company in the 80s, late 80s. So I don't know when they started doing the cinnamon roll per se, because they started out as a macaroni and cheese box company.
Fair enough. Go ahead.
Fun fact, so if you don't know anything about cinnamon rolls, it's kind of hard to tell exactly where they came from. because like lots of different cultures have some kind of a version. I think the most close kind of correlation to our American cinnamon rolls is probably like the Swedish version, which obviously is a little less sweet because Americans have
we oversweeten everything.
But even though they say cinnamon rolls are probably made with cassia.
Oh.
So technically cinnamon rolls is from like a cinnamon is from a particular tree bark that is typical in like
dehydrated roll. I've seen videos of it being made. It's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, and that's why it's usually pretty expensive, and it's usually like I think from like Sri Lanka. So if you ever say like Ceylon,
Sierra Leone.
No, Ceylon, Ceylon, that's the real cinnamon, but pretty much everything else in like the Western hemisphere is from cassia, and they have slightly different properties, but it doesn't matter because they're both delicious. And I only know that random stuff because I had to write a paper for plant biology in college.
Wow, that is extremely specific.
I also know way too many fun facts about cassava.
Huh. I actually do know where the creator of cinnamon rolls actually was. You're right, it was kind of like Swedish, and it was created by a woman named Cinnamon, and that was her name at the adult club where she worked in the early 1700s. She was like, I'm Cinnamon, and check out these rolls. And it was like, ugh. But then like, no, it's a dessert. And like, oh. So.
Interesting.
Right? Believe it or not, huh? She does not. I don't think so. That's fair. Don't listen to me.
In Cinnabon, which most people know is in like malls and amusement parks, airports, all these things.
Because when you get off a plane, the first thing you think is, yeah, I could go with 800 calories of sugar bread.
I would love that.
Honestly, the worst decisions I've made in this life have probably been right before and right after getting on a rough flight.
Anyway, Cinnabon has been around since 1985 or 86.
Which one is it? Don't make me guess.
I think it's 1985. I'm just going to go with 85 and go for it. But that makes sense to have this collab because I think they've had the Cinnabon collab for quite some time. That's it. That's all I know.
Okay, and then Annie's is Annie's.
Annie's is
generally organic, non-GMO.
Non-GMO.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good for you. I think it may...
To peel off this label, lift the tail.
That's so cute.
That's cute. That comes up easy. Okay.
I was going to say, does it say anything about like being dairy-free or anything?
It doesn't say anything about
I feel like
organic, non-GMO. Made with goodness, no artificial flavors, synthetic flavors, no high fructose corn syrup.
Okay.
But it does have like images apparently of how to actually do it like underneath here, which is interesting. In case you never opened one of these. Does anybody else
It gives me low-grade anxiety every single time.
Every time to have to pop it every time?
Yes.
I've also done it without
a spoon? No, don't do that. No.
Oh, that's actually really tight. That's going to be...
You still have to like peel that.
Have to peel this?
Yeah. You peel part of it.
Oh, okay.
See, it's been quite some time since we've done this, I guess.
That's true. And also, I'm still carnivore, so I'm going to take very, very, very small bites of this, and we're going to get the rest.
I guess I'll take one for the team. It's cool.
No.
Oh, such a burden.
Yeah.
Don't do it, please. No.
We're going to do this on stream? Stream. I call it stream. Like,
don't do it.
Doesn't really work. We're going to have to do open 3 of these off camera, so I figure I might as well get one of them. So this has 2 layers of packaging.
Okay. No.
Oh. Or is it just this? Wait. Press spoon.
Yeah, see, it literally says to press a spoon.
Wow, that's really tight.
Yeah.
That one's really dense. I wonder how this one works.
Similarly.
Oh,
also, we need to remember which is which because they do have
that's actually
bake time.
So I'll stop messing with this then. All right, so we'll sort these so I don't confuse which one's which.
Okay. That's will be back after we bake these.
Which, through the magic of television, we just done. Did? I forgot what we said before we cut.
I don't know.
I don't remember. Okay.
It's been a while. It took much longer than expected.
So let's talk about the cooking times. So we did keep these very carefully separated so we know which one's which. So we've got, if you're keeping track, the Pillsbury / Cinnabon, we've got the Annie's, and we have the Kroger here.
Yes.
We're going to go over the details of this. But now talking about cooking, what was the deal with the cook times on these?
Okay, so the Pillsbury said it was going to be between like 23 and 27 minutes.
None of these took that long.
No.
Okay.
I think Annie's was...
It doesn't matter how long they said, but how long did they take?
I don't know, 25? 20?
Was actually, no, it was about 20...
23?
probably about 23 minutes. But
whatever it was, regardless, so Pillsbury was supposed to take the longest. It was the first one out, but that could be because we had it on the bottom rack.
We didn't have enough space to put all 3 on the top rack. So it goes. We did cook them in the glass containers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
there was one mistake, and that's apparently the Kroger. So it does, in addition to having the icing, it does have the cinnamon mixture
sugar mix thing that you're supposed to put on halfway through and then let it bake. But I also think that has a propensity to
smoke and burn. Yeah.
So
we did that afterwards because we didn't realize after the fact. I don't think it's going to make a big difference. I think it's a way for
that's
Kroger
like
to
lipstick
compensate.
on a pig. That's my prediction. Not to throw too much shade at Kroger, but
it was kind of a lot of shade. There's a lot of shade happening. Okay.
It was.
So also Kroger's was really white. Like the dough itself was like bleached white.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was really strange. The Andes I thought looked kind of the best.
From just like the package and putting it down.
Yeah. The apartment smells amazing.
It smells really good.
It smells great here with all the cinnamon stuff. So nothing is egregious. But we're starting with the Pillsbury.
Correct.
All right, let's do this. Should we try the icing first, or should we?
If you want. That's why I kind of left some.
Sure, I'll take a little taste of the icing. So, Pillsbury icing, how is it?
Delicious.
Sugar. Cream sugar.
Cream sugar. Cream cheese sugar.
Cream cheese sugar. Actually, maybe we should just do the icings. That makes sense. Do more side by side.
If you want.
Yeah, why not? What do you think? I mean, it's just pure sugar.
A little gritty.
It's definitely gritty.
But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because you want probably it to stick to the dough.
Yep. Andes. Not really gritty at all.
No,
This the one with the cream cheese?
Was very that's
the cream cheese? Okay.
When I was pouring it, it was very liquidy.
Yeah.
Like not in a bad way, but
that's pretty good though. It's not pure sugar. It's like this other stuff going on with it, like vanilla.
Yeah, there's definitely vanilla in it.
Now, you've got the Kroger one. This is going to be interesting.
It was very viscous.
There you go. That is thick. Weird. It's like, I don't mind it. It has a lot of sugar. Not as much as I feel like. It doesn't taste as sweet as the Pillsbury.
Really?
To me. But it's artificial.
It kind of reminds me of, like the Duncan Hines or the Betty Crocker, like icings you have in the little containers.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, for like the cake top.
Yeah.
I get that. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
It's kind of like that because it's thick.
Now, they also have this thing. You don't have to try this if you don't want.
I mean, it's probably just cinnamon sugar. It's probably just like that, just with cinnamon.
Yeah, it's mostly cinnamon flavor.
Okay.
Tastes the exact same. Okay.
Now I need to.
All
this
right.
one lingered on my tongue very long.
Kroger has a propensity to be a little artificial tasting, and I don't think that's any exception.
No, it's on par. Just look at how gorgeous this one turned out, though.
It's pretty pretty. It's good, very pretty. Anyway. Okay, so another thing. Katie is extremely optimistic in our ability to not make a terrible mess.
Yeah, so.
Okay. So, we're going to try this. How much of this can you eat?
I'm hungry. I haven't really eaten anything all day, so.
Well, we're about to have dinner anyway. All right. Go ahead. You want the fork?
Well, why did you do it like that?
You want to just cut it straight in half?
Yeah.
Well, I was just cutting off a slice for you.
Well, don't you want the middle? The middle is the best part.
Oh, so you're going to take the middle?
No, I thought we'd have a little... Both of us have a little bit of the middle.
Here. That's fine. I don't care. I can't cut all. It's going to get messy. So, just have whatever people want.
Cannibalized it.
That's warm. What's the matter?
I kind of wish it had a little bit more
cinnamon inside. I agree. It's mostly bread. I mean, they're all mostly bread, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's not really that far off, but yeah, there's not really much of it going on inside.
It just kind of melted and scattered.
Yeah. Quite good.
No, it's tasty, and it's not it's not like super crunchy or, you know, like how sometimes it can go from being either doughy to being like cardboard.
This is the first bread I've had in a month. I know. It's crazy. Actually, and it's amazing how good that tastes. I've been carnivore for a month now. That is amazing. Okay, I've got more to try. I'm going to pick out.
You got to pace yourself.
Okay. Okay, you know, I agree. It needs way more cinnamon, but
the texture is nice though. It's pleasing. I mean, I think that'd be excellent with a cup of coffee.
I mean, I think all these would probably be excellent with a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
we'll see. But I mean, it seems like if you're going to cut corners, you're going to cut corners on the flavor, the cinnamon or whatever. Yeah. That makes some amount of sense to me. Okay. Annie's. Similar.
They are similar. I think that one's a little more tender.
It's definitely more. It's definitely
like springy.
Yeah, it's springy. It's softer. It's got a bit more flavor, a bit more nuance, but only just so, I think. Okay.
No, I mean it's kind of flaky.
Yeah.
Too, but I mean it's supposed to be just a very simple yeast dough. I mean it's not very like over the top with flavors, but I think that may be better for kids.
I mean, possibly. I mean, I think it's not very dissimilar. I do like the icing on it a lot better.
Really?
I think. You don't?
I don't know. I always like cream cheese frosting and stuff better, but
I see.
I think whatever they did to flavor, like the vanilla or whatever they put in their, whatever Annie's put in their icing, it tastes good and it complements nicely.
Okay. Now.
That one looks like a hot mess. But
I mean, they're all hot messes, I think. Let's try to, remove our biases. Go. Supposed to be doing this while I'm talking. I'm like, I'm going to start monologuing. And I'm like, okay, she'll take a bite. And I look over to yourself taking a bite.
Not bad.
Oh. Okay. It's definitely like harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just like we were talking about, it was so doughy, I was really afraid that it was never going to get done.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not bad.
The cinnamon topping does actually help.
It does.
And I think it might need it. Without cinnamon toppings, it might not be any good. I don't know if I'd put cinnamon topping while it's cooking. Also, it tells you to flip it halfway through, which is silly. Like the edge of this, I mean, it could just be because that this was at the bottom, right? So it was a little more toasted, but...
It wasn't at the bottom.
Oh,
no, that was the top. This one is.
Oh. Okay, so this one just actually got a little more... It's different crunchy on the edges.
Yeah.
This is the least disappointing Kroger thing we've had.
Is it?
What did we try at Kroger that was not disappointing?
They're gluten-free Oreos.
Yeah, those were pretty decent, actually.
Excuse me, but that could also be because it's pretty much just like chemicals.
That's true. Okay.
Okay, if you were to rank these...
You want to rank the final thoughts?
Yeah. Also, weirdly enough, this one, it has more of a yellow hue.
It does.
To the dough itself.
I mean, both of them, so this one's a little more yellow, but, I mean, the Kroger was, like, white. Like a weird paint white.
It's very weird.
Interesting. All right.
Okay, so, I guess...
You have an answer? What do you need me to...
No, so, I think the Annie's was probably my favorite.
Third, second, first.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's all. See you guys next time.
No, I was going to say... Do you disagree?
No, third, second, first. That's my ranking.
Okay, yeah, me too.
You know, but it's not even like...
I think these are kind of quite close, the Pillsbury and the Annie's. I think I like the dough just a little bit more.
I agree that the dough on the Annie's was definitely better. This might come down to what you prefer for, either for cost or for
topping.
For topping. If this is a cream cheese, it's a little grittier. Or if you want something, oh man, that's weird. I've never had.
Well, because this is more like a glaze at that point.
That's true.
This is more of like a glaze. That's a straight up icing, and then this is like a cream cheesy frosting.
Right. And again, the Kroger one wasn't bad, but I think it's a lot more artificial. So if you are concerned about health, I mean, if you're eating cinnamon rolls, you're probably not concerned about health.
But I mean, you're probably having this for a special occasion. Like growing up, that's what we would.
Hopefully, yeah.
We'd only have it.
This is something you don't do. This is the first time I've had a cinnamon roll in...
quite some time.
Well, yeah, but I was trying to think how long. 6, 7 minutes at least. So at least, I don't know. Okay.
You wanted to talk about cost or no?
We might as well talk about the cost. All right, so what do we got?
Pillsbury was $5.99, and there were five
of the Pillsbury
of the little rolls. Kroger was $4.99.
Okay, so $1 less.
For
4 of them. Okay,
that's all they had. And then the Annie's was $10.49.
Interesting. I wonder.
Almost twice as much.
For 4.
No, for 5.
That one was 5.
5. Do you think? I mean,
I'd have to know more about the ingredients.
Yeah, I think at that point though, like if you're gonna be paying, just make them yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can just make them yourself. It's a little more labor intensive, but you'll get more. It'd be far cheaper than any of this. Mm-hmm. You can actually do the cinnamon right. Annie's is probably even worth it just because of the kinds of ingredients that they use over Pillsbury.
Probably. I mean, maybe you just don't feel as bad because like it is organic. It has things that you can actually pronounce.
Yeah, I think this is still the Kroger still isn't necessarily worth it. The extra $1 you save is probably not worth it, especially since you're still getting less, right? With the Kroger, you get less. So
the whole thing is they all looked relatively the same height, and then when we unrolled it, it was like this much of the packaging was actually just the
it's actually because they do two toppings. Yeah. It is quite a lot. Now, if you want that extra cinnamon, maybe that's actually not a bad idea. But you could also just sprinkle cinnamon on it.
Yeah.
If you really want to.
You could just do it yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? This is weird. I haven't had bread in like a month, and so this is like I'm feeling it affect me in a weird way.
Already?
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, really strange.
Your body's rejecting
bread.
Deliciousness.
Yeah, something. Anyway, is there anything else left to say?
Where can they find us?
On rtpfilms.com/KRCompares or here on YouTube.
Yes.
Or over at KRCompares on Instagram.
Or
that's it.
You can also find him.
You said us. You're not on Twitch.tv
I'm a moderator, so does that not count?
That's true. She is a mod over at Twitch.tv/The Original Orlando, or you have nothing to do with this one, but
the Twitch, not the Twitch.
At
TikTok.
The Original Orlando on TikTok as well, where we're gonna actually be talking about some carnivore stuff as well. So if you're curious about gaming content or carnivore, those videos will be up by the time you see this video.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for making it this far.
Thank you for making the cinnamon rolls, because I was there for mostly guidance and organizational purposes. Yeah. And also shooting the video.
Sounds good.
If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe, donate. We don't have a donation.
No.
But anything that helps us get...
Just give us ideas.
That's good. Ideas and questions. So when we do our second year roundup, we can have another more interesting... episode 100, actually. Wow. God, can you believe that? We're almost at 100 episodes.
If we are not.
Almost is like halfway there. That's pretty good.
Okay, Journey. That's not them.
That's not Journey. That's
it's Bon Jovi.
Oh my God! Did you get a pop culture reference wrong?
No.
No.
I wanted to see if you caught me.
I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, I know Journey and I know Bon Jovi. I'm like, that's not right.
No.
Okay. No. I think you flubbed and you're trying to cover.
Not.
It was a test. That was just a test. I am Rob.
And I'm Katie.
And if you want to see more incorrect pop culture references, tune in next time. Ciao for now.
Bye.